The more charismatic you become as a man, the less interest you're going to see. This is the Charismatic Man Paradox. I know this sounds like a massive cope until you understand how people's brains actually work beneath the surface. When you hit a certain level of charisma or status, you're not just seen as any regular guy anymore. You're seen as someone who triggers people's insecurities on a deep level before you even get to show who you really are. They create an image of you and that's it. If you don't believe me, just observe the world around you. Observe your own reactions if you're in a moment of your life where you're a bit more insecure than usual. I've been there. That's one thing for sure. I mean, for the majority of my childhood and teenage years in high school, I was shy, insecure, bullied. I was diagnosed with social anxiety. So whenever I was seeing the guys with natural confidence and charisma, it triggered my ego, right? Today, I get to make money speaking on stages, coaching hundreds of men, living a beautiful life. I used to manifest in my journal full of meaningful relationships, truly a blessing. And so today, when I did all the work that I'm about to share with you, I can look at someone who I consider to be higher status, or I consider to be even more confident and grounded. And I'm like, wow, I love that. It inspires me, but that's because I had to work on my self-image. Most people haven't done that. And so what happens is people start seeing you as a threat. The haters start showing up in the comments. You hear the little jokes that people make to try to pull you down. And before we go into the reason why you get less interest, I just want to share with you that on this YouTube channel, I'll give you all the information for free that you need to already start experiencing progress in the areas of charisma, public speaking, confidence, influence, all that stuff. But if there are two things I've learned on my journey, is that number one, proximity is power. If you want to speed up your progress, if you're someone with high standards, you know that you could be living a life at a completely different level than what you're living right now, then there's no better tool, there's no better move you can make than to get closer to people that are already where you want to be. And number two, I believe the fastest education out there is immersion. It's live feedback. This is why I created a completely free community called Born to Speak. You can find it. The link is in the description. The world is shaped by those who learn how to move people. And this is what we do in that community. I'll see you on the other side. Now, the reason why it feels like the more charismatic you get, the less interest you get, is because women, or people overall, are terrified of rejection. So what happens is, when a woman sees a guy who's clearly leveled up their looks, their leadership, their masculine energy, their confidence, she will see you as attractive. But immediately she goes, that guy probably has higher standards, I'm probably not enough, or he's already in a relationship and I don't want to be that girl. So women start shrinking. You've seen these reels on Instagram where women admit, this blew my mind, but I'm so happy that we get to have this tool so that we can understand the other side, where we can understand female perspective and psychology even more. It's this interesting situation where they compare how they feel when they meet a guy they're not interested in versus when they meet a guy they're interested in. And when they are not interested, they go, hey, how you doing? They're full, they're social, they're smiling, they're all warm. And when they meet a guy that they're interested in, now they're all antisocial, they're all closed off. And so it's counterintuitive. I mean, even as guys, we do the same thing, don't we? If we haven't practiced our confidence, our speaking skills, what happens is when we speak to a girl that we don't find attractive, it's easy. And when we speak to a girl that we consider to be high status, attractive, all that stuff, now we're all shy. That's one of the main things I had to break. And it's so freeing when you see women as souls, truly as beings just like you. They're human, whether they're super attractive or not. Same thing with famous people. That's even more difficult. You meet someone who's famous, oh my God, I met, but it's like, bro, they are human. Chill. They're human. When you understand that, it's so freeing, and your social skills and your charisma just explodes. And there's something that my dad always told me, which is whenever I was practicing, I was still in a stage where I was shy and I wanted to step out of my comfort zone to approach women. He always told me, if you see a gorgeous woman, the odds are that the majority of guys are afraid of approaching her, which means, paradoxically, the most attractive women are the ones that guys approach the least. And I would say that's even more true in this day and age where guys are even more and more afraid of approaching women on the street or at any public places because of the whole perspective that we've created of men are dangerous or whatever. This is a complete hypnosis, a complete bullshit. You are serving the woman by approaching her from a place of love, of groundness, of presence, of safety, of playfulness. You're making her a service. And of course, if she doesn't want to, you'll immediately feel it and you go, no worries, have a good day. She'll show you. But we're all human. And the perspective I'm about to share with you is one of the most important parts of developing that charisma and that confidence, which is understanding that we're all human. We all crave social interactions. When done correctly, 99% of the time, at least in my case and people around me, when we have a social interaction with someone, our days become better. We feel better about ourselves if it goes well, of course, if the person has good energy. So when you work on not only your external hygiene, but your inner hygiene, your vibration, your energy, your vibe, and then you approach people from that place, you're doing them a service. And the reason I'm making this video is because I want you to know that the more you develop this skill, the more it will seem like people are initially closed off before you approach them. You'll feel like they feel intimidated. You'll feel that jealousy from other men. You'll feel that protection from women because they don't want to feel rejected and they're waiting for you to make the first move. So the more that happens, the more you, and that's a blessing in disguise, you will have to make the first move. You will have to approach. It's very paradoxical. This is why it's called the Charismatic Man Paradox. So if you want to experience what I'm talking about, and you want to experience it with other guys that understand you, and you want to grow faster, you want to develop that most important skill in life, which is the ability to move people, then I'll be waiting for you on the other side. The free community is in the description. If not, I'm posting daily videos on here, so I'll see you around regardless. I love you. I'm grateful for you. Peace.